Why do we use planners? Is it to organize our lives? Is it a hobby? Or is it a creative outlet? The past few days have been interesting to observe as different companies release their 2025 planners, notebooks, and journals. There's been a palpable buzz as planner giant Hobonichi and other smaller brands like Sterling Inc. release their offerings for next year. But at the end of the day, why do we use these planners? In this video, I visited the Hobonichi pop-up shop at the Row in downtown LA to browse the selection of 2025 goods to gain a better understanding of the hype behind what has now been called planner season and the allure of Hobonichi to those who consider themselves planners. At the end of this video, I want to share my thoughts on this year's situation and talk about how I hope to approach planner season as more and more companies release their offerings. I think it's safe to say that the buzz for Hobonichi this year is real and it is trending all over social media, or at least my corner of social media. There have been multiple in-person activations globally, starting in Japan as well as in New York at Stationery Fest and in LA, where you can preview a bunch of the 2025 covers and notebooks. There have also been preview pop-ups in Asia, such as the ones in China and Taiwan. The increased hype on social media, plus the buzz of the in-person previews, has created an amazing amount of buzz and hype and attention and new users that are eager to try the brand. And this definitely came to a head on release day for Hobonichi on September 1st. We'll definitely talk about the ramifications of that later, but let's check out the pop-up and see all of the cool covers and notebooks in person. Which one's your favorite one?
Obviously, I do like Spy Family, but plot twist.
What?
I'm getting the Cherry Weeks.
Which one's the Cherry Weeks? This one? Oh, it's cute.
I'm so sorry. Just look, there's some with a heart.
Oh, that is cute. That's cute. Oh, where'd you get that from?
In this Spy Family one.
Oh.
It comes with a sticker. What is it?
Oh, this is like my colors. Oh, look at the sushi. This is the one I would get, I think. Yeah, Ruse, this is the one I would get.
Honestly, our salsa would put the dogs cover on cover, so the dogs line up.
Line up with... That's you and me meeting for the first time, bowing to each other. Wait, I just need a photo of it. This would have been cute. Okay, I need to not get anything, but it's so cute. Oh.
Love this one a lot.
Us in Japan.
Yeah. Next time, let's get bikes.
Us lost in Tokyo Forest.
And there's Yuri. Where are you guys?
Wait, I was hating on this cover.
It's pretty. I think
It's actually kind of cute, actually.
I think it's great.
I'm just... Oh.
I know. This is good.
Real leather?
I don't think so.
No, huh? It's giving me like LV vibes, right? Like Saffiano leather. This is so...
Yeah, I could see you.
But I actually want that one. If this was leather.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that so good?
Stop freaking out right now.
I don't. No, I wanted that one. My top pick is this cover and then the banana pudding cover.
Of course.
Like it's pom pom purin in a cover. This one. Should I just get this? No, I'm not buying anything. Sorry. I don't need it. Talk me off the ledge, thank you.
This so badly. I don't know.
I wish I had told you to buy it in Japan. Because that's when it debuted. When we were there, it's like, the new cover is out.
No way.
Yeah, the Tragen, right?
No way.
Okay, so these are the Aletone. The A5 is cute. I wish this was more olive green. This is Olive Grove. Very cute. This is Caramel Pudding. I would get this cover. Actually, this is very Job as well. But this is, oh, this one's popular. The Porter. This is so cute. I definitely want the Porter stuff. Do I get this? Do I get this? Oh. Michelle's testing the Cafe au lait. Oh, it's a good fit.
It's a good fit. I mean, you have to tuck the little bookmarks, but
Hey, is that a hone or a?
yeah, it's a
Oh, this fits a hone. Are you putting the crescent moon inside? Oh, smart. Cute.
I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy how the Mina cover and this are like so similar, but they don't.
no,
I like this size.
I like this size.
Okay, these guys are highly coveted as well. Cafe au lait stripes. Oh, the leather's really nice. Christina, get it. Yeah.
Rhymes too.
How much is it?
50.
Okay, this is, yeah, that price I think is fine.
I wanted it for my plotter.
Wait, it fits a plotter square, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like the brown, but I feel like the black, it makes more sense. But if I get the Tragen, then I should get. I'm not getting both. What was the
What
first
was your, can you say your rationale again?
I wanted to like burgundy.
Burgundy in the black or the brown?
Either one. And then once I get the Chernobyl, this but brown and that looks
They're both
good.
cute. You can't go wrong.
And then when I look at this, I'm like, ooh, cute. But I like that little bear.
Okay, so you get the letter. It's Paddington as a human. Cute. I love this. I actually think this is one of the coolest covers. New jeans. I wish this had the pattern continued in the back. And then it's a Hobonichi event, but gotta rep my brand, our brand. I wanted to create this video for two reasons. I wanted to showcase how fun and cool the Hobonichi pop-up was in the row at downtown LA, and how amazing it is to finally shop Hobonichi in person from the Hobonichi team. It's so cool that we had this opportunity and that people in the LA area are able to come to this event, as well as to discuss planner season and Hobonichi in general. I think a lot of these thoughts came to a head for me on September 1st when Hobonichi released their 2025 lineup. A lot of people buy their notebooks and Hobonichis from the Hobonichi store, and this release is quite special for a lot of people, especially fans of the brand, because it is the day that you can buy your planners and journals, and you can also get all of the things that are associated with buying from the Hobonichi website. Basically, if you order from the Hobonichi website, you get a free pen, a cool box that has a quote, and other freebies. And there's a lot of lore behind it. You can watch a bunch of Hobonichi unboxings and see that there's things that people look for in each release, and people are excited about it. And a lot of the buzz and negative attention has come to light on September 1st because for the first 3 hours of the release at 11 a.m., no one was able to purchase from the Hobonichi site. And a lot of people were upset because there was general panic that covers and notebooks would sell out, and people actually ended up turning away from the Hobonichi site to purchase their Hobonichis from other retailers such as JetPens, Yoseka, and other third-party sellers that are authorized sellers, but it's still not buying from the store. When you purchase from the store, you get all of those freebies and pens and the box, and also the Hobonichis are sold at a cheaper price. So when the site was down for a few hours, there was some general panic and people turned to other retailers to purchase their Hobonichis. Normally, this wouldn't be a bad thing, and I personally have only purchased from Hobonichi directly, I think, once, and I've purchased my other notebooks from other retailers such as JetPens or Yoseka. But for a lot of people, there's a lot of tradition in purchasing from the Hobonichi website. And so when it was down for 3 hours, there was a sense of panic and people just felt a little bit left in the dark. Obviously, this is no one's fault. It was just an overloaded server, and it really isn't something that could be planned for. But nonetheless, people were upset and people turned to other retailers to purchase their Hobonichi. After a few hours, people actually were able to purchase their items, and the next day, people were actually surprised to see that not all of the covers were sold out, and in fact, a lot of the covers were in stock, and people who purchased their Hobonichis on the following day got most of the items that they wanted. Only a few things sold out. And I think a large reason why a lot of it wasn't sold out was because, again, the servers were down and people weren't able to buy anything. There have been speculations that bots were at play and that there were scalpers trying to purchase mass quantities of notebooks, and that all of the orders that were made in the first 3 hours were actually canceled. There have been people that said that their covers that they bought during the first 3 hours actually went through and they were able to purchase it, but were later canceled after the fact because it seems that there were other factors at play. Honestly, for me, I think this situation has not really left a bad taste in my mouth at all. It just kind of brought to light the fact that during planner season, there's just so much hype for covers and all these items, and I don't want to minimize, anyone's excitement for the brand. Like for me, I love Traveler's Notebook, and if I put myself in, the people's position that love Hobonichi, and I just swap the brand for, Traveler's Notebook or, one of the brands that I like, I'm sure I would feel a certain degree of sadness and feel a little bit disappointed of how things happen. But as it stands, I think in general, it just kind of highlights how a lot of us are so dependent on these brands, and we really care about them. And I think that's where a lot of the disappointment stems from. Honestly, I still feel pretty neutral about the situation, but I think it brings a lot of focus to us as the people that are buying these planners and notebooks, and just re-examining why we love them and use them in the first place. I kind of posed at the beginning of this video, like, why do we plan and why do we use planners? And for me, planning is a strictly like task oriented thing, an event oriented thing. And I find myself being more of a person that journals rather than plans. One could argue they're the same thing, but for me, planning is more about planning for the future and future oriented thinking, whereas journaling is more about the past and documenting and related to reflection. And that resonates with me a lot more. But in general, I think that this Hobonichi, I don't want to call it a mishap, but this situation has kind of showed me that although I am also part of the problem in that I love, buying stationery, it kind of sheds some light on the greater issues of the community and our dependency on brands and our love to consume things. Obviously, you can participate in any hobby without having to buy anything, but it is harder to partake in stationery and the journaling and planning community without buying things. It's kind of embedded into the hobby, just like any hobby. Obviously, people wouldn't bat an eye if, people spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on cars. Yet for some reason, for us who enjoy, stationery, planners and journals and craft supplies and art supplies, it's for some reason looked down upon by other people because, it's just paper and it's something that seems frivolous to other people. So I don't know. I always feel like people kind of look down on it from the outside, but for us, it's our hobby. And so, it is part of it. Like, buying is kind of part and embedded into the culture of stationery, but it doesn't have to be the center of it. And so I think during this release, I've been thinking about that a lot more. And I made the decision before September 21st, not 21st, before September 1st during the Hobonichi launch, before the Hobonichi launch, not to purchase any Hobonichi covers this year, just because I have realized that a lot of my purchasing in the past in terms of Hobonichi have been fueled by FOMO and fear of missing out. And so for me, that is not the healthiest in terms of my purchasing like thought process, and it's just not healthy for me as a person, because we really shouldn't be spending money just because we feel left out. And so this year I did not buy anything from Hobonichi, and I didn't buy anything at the pop-up store, and that's just a me choice. But I think because of what has happened on September 1st, I think it's probably a good chance for all of us to reconsider why we're buying the things that we're buying, and also why we plan and why we journal, because it's all fun and games when we're purchasing a new planner, but what is at the heart of this hobby, and why do we plan and why do we journal, and why do we need multiple planners and journals? We all have reasons for using different systems, and I think during this time it's nice to reflect on that and to think about it as more and more brands and companies release their planners. I know Traveler's company is going to be releasing their notebooks on October 1st, and as someone who works for that company, I'm trying to be mindful of that as well. Obviously, it can't be helped that a lot of us will buy multiple systems, and things will change as we use them in the following year. But I think if we make a pretty deliberate choice at the beginning of the year and maybe start with less planners and journals, it'll probably work out in the end. We can always add more things and notebooks in the future, but I think it is a nice time to kind of evaluate what we want to buy and what we want to use in the future. Again, this is all just my thoughts and opinions, and you can purchase as many notebooks and covers as you want. It's actually kind of rich for me to say this because I own a ton of traveler's notebook covers, and they might not all be getting used as much as they should, but I own them nevertheless. And I think it's also a good time for me to reconsider, why I buy those covers and journals in the first place as well. I think all of this is just food for thought. And in general, I enjoyed my time at Hobonichi, and I enjoyed meeting the team and seeing Raquel and seeing the passion that the Hobonichi team at the LA pop-up had, and just the buzz and energy of the users there. And I think being at the in-person event has shown me that as a community, it is so nice when we get to come together and to enjoy these things together, because sometimes on social media it becomes an echo chamber of negativity, and at the heart of it, it is kind of just paper, and it is just, things that spark us joy. It's never too deep, and although it might seem like, the end of the world sometimes when things sell out and glitch out, it is nice to take a step back and to reevaluate where those emotions are coming from. Obviously, I'm not minimizing anyone's, situation and feelings. Like, your feelings and emotions are valid, and, you are seen as a person here, because I too would probably flip out if, there was a limited edition cover that I wanted and things seemed to sell out, but it was actually still able and viable for me to buy it on the website. I'd probably freak out as well. But I think in general, as I put myself in that situation, I also would kind of reconsider why I wanted it in the first place. So yeah, I am kind of just talking out loud and just verbalizing what I've had in my brain the past few days. And I still don't really know how I feel about everything, but I know that I am excited for, 2025 and all the creativity and amazingness that people will create in these planners and journals. And they are truly just a vessel for our ideas and our creativity. And I hope that we don't forget that in the coming days as more and more things are released. What are your thoughts on the Hobonichi release? And are there any pain points? Are there any fun stories? Any, inspiring stories that came out of the situation? I heard that, some people did group orders, and in my personal friend groups, people kind of banded together and decided like, okay, if someone got through to the website, I'll purchase for the group, and we'll work out who ships the notebooks to who. And it's those moments that I would love to hear and to focus on, because it just shows that we are, strong as a community, and that despite, these technical difficulties, we can still come out strong and still find things that we love, and we can still enjoy our hobby despite little hiccups. Okay, I don't know if any of that made sense, but I just wanted to chat and to talk, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about the situation. I love you so much, and please take care of yourself. Leave a comment down below, and if you made it to the end of this video, leave a, oh my gosh, this is a little bit of like an inside joke, but leave a monkey emoji in the comments. The reason why I'm saying that is because I think the monkey that's on the Hobonichi website kind of freaky. I'm just gonna say it. I hope no one gets offended, but I don't know. I'm Year of the Monkey and I want cute monkey things. I think it's the ears that freak me out. Okay, that's it. I love you. Bye-bye.